Welcome to my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to catch more amazing stories. Chairman James Foster is a successful Black businessman. With talent, effort, and professional ethics, James has built a powerful company, creating jobs for thousands of people. However, James always worries about the working environment in his company. Are employees treated fairly and respectfully? Is there discrimination based on race or culture within the company? James is someone who always cares about people and the work environment. He had heard stories about injustice and discrimination in other businesses, and it made him worry about his own company. He didn't want those problems to happen in the place he had worked so hard to build. Therefore, he decided to find out the truth by experiencing it himself. To better understand, James decided to disguise himself as a regular job applicant. He wore a baseball cap, dressed casually, and appeared as a worker seeking employment opportunities. He wanted to directly experience applying for a job at his own company, thereby assessing the attitude of employees toward someone whose status or position they did not know. To ensure no one recognized him, James even changed his voice and used a fake name. James arrived at the HR department to submit his job application. When he arrived, a young receptionist looked at James with a suspicious gaze. She did not smile or greet him politely. Instead, she asked coldly, "What are you here for?" James calmly explained that he wanted to apply for a job at the company, but the receptionist smirked, speaking with a hint of sarcasm. "We don't have any positions for someone like you. You should look for somewhere more suitable." James clearly saw the racial discrimination and lack of respect directed at him. He decided to continue visiting other departments to submit his application, but he was not warmly received. In every department that James visited, he noticed the cold, even disdainful attitude of some employees. They looked at him with unfriendly eyes, and more than once, James heard whispers behind his back. He realized that many other employees in the company also had unkind attitudes toward job seekers. As James walked through the departments, he also witnessed moments when employees treated each other poorly. There were whispered conversations, backbiting, and mocking glances. James felt saddened by what he saw because he always hoped that his company would be a place where people felt respected and supported. After a disappointing day, James decided to return to the company as himself. This time, he wore a formal suit and entered the company as the chairman. James's appearance surprised all the employees, especially those who had treated him disrespectfully earlier. James summoned all the employees to the meeting room to share his experience. He spoke about what he had gone through while disguised as a job seeker, the disdainful looks and discriminatory remarks. A silent and awkward atmosphere enveloped the room, and many employees felt ashamed and remorseful. James did not just want these people to feel guilty. He wanted to change the company's work environment. He emphasized that every employee, regardless of where they come from or what skin color they have, deserves respect and the opportunity to grow. He stressed that the company needed to change, and this change must come not only from leadership but also from every employee. After the meeting, James decided to implement significant changes in the company. First, he organized diversity and inclusion training sessions to help employees understand the importance of fair and respectful treatment. He invited psychologists and human rights experts to teach and share experiences. These training sessions not only raised employees' awareness but also created a safe space for them to share their thoughts and feelings. James also decided to establish a department dedicated to addressing issues related to discrimination and injustice within the company. This department would receive employee complaints, investigate, and provide appropriate solutions. James wanted to ensure that everyone in the company had a voice and was heard. To encourage employees to speak up, he set up an anonymous reporting system where people could share their concerns freely without fear of punishment or negative consequences. Additionally, James created a rewards program for employees who demonstrated good behavior, showing respect and support for their colleagues. He believed that recognizing and encouraging positive actions would help spread a spirit of solidarity and build a more friendly work environment. This program not only offered financial rewards, but also recognized employees' efforts in company-wide meetings, making them feel proud of their contributions. After some time, the changes James introduced began to show significant results. The work environment in the company became more open and positive. Employees who previously had discriminatory attitudes began to change. They started to understand the value of respect and diversity. Some even took the initiative to apologize to James for their past behavior. The training sessions and group activities helped employees bond more. People began sharing more about themselves, the difficulties and challenges they had faced. Understanding and empathy gradually grew, creating a work environment where everyone felt safe and respected. Group activities, such as social events, internal sports competitions, and charity events, also provided employees with opportunities to understand each other better and form close relationships. James also noticed positive changes in middle management. They began to take the initiative in ensuring a fair and positive work environment while always listening to and supporting their subordinates. James understood that to maintain change, changing leadership mindset was crucial, and he felt proud when his managers understood and joined him on this journey. One day, James met the young receptionist again, the one who had previously treated him with disdain when he came to apply for a job. Her name was Linda, and she took the initiative to meet James and apologize for her actions. Linda shared that she had grown up in an environment where racial prejudice was always present, and she hadn't realized she was influenced by those prejudices until she participated in the company's training sessions. Linda said that the training and sharing sessions helped her realize that everyone has their own value, and no one deserves to be discriminated against because of their skin color or background. She began to change her perspective and attitude, not only at work but also in her daily life. Linda also shared that she had joined a support group within the company, where she and her colleagues discussed and helped those facing difficulties. James listened to Linda sincerely and empathetically. He knew that change does not happen immediately, and everyone needs time to learn and grow. He encouraged Linda to keep trying and promised to always support her in her personal development. He also felt proud of the positive changes she and other employees were showing. James also shared his own story with the employees. He spoke about the difficulties he had faced as a young man, the times he was discriminated against just because of his skin color, and how he overcame those challenges to achieve success today. He talked about his family, the people who supported him, and the lessons he learned on his arduous journey. James's story inspired many employees, helping them realize that a person's value does not lie in their skin color or background, but in their effort and spirit. James emphasized that his goal was not only to build a successful company economically, but also to create a work environment where everyone felt respected and had the opportunity to grow. He wanted his company to be a place where people could be proud to work, a place where human values were prioritized. He also encouraged his employees to share their stories about the difficulties and challenges they had faced. The sharing sessions became a place where everyone could open up, creating a stronger bond within the collective. James noticed that when people understood and sympathized with each other, they worked more effectively together and created a better work environment. The changes that James brought about helped the company become stronger, not only in business but also in spirit. The employees now worked with a spirit of solidarity and support for each other. They understood that everyone has their own value and that diversity is the collective strength. Those who once had discriminatory attitudes had now become positive individuals, willing to help and support their colleagues. James felt satisfied with what he had accomplished. He knew that this journey was not over and that there was still much work to be done to maintain and develop the values he had built. But he believed that, with everyone's efforts, the company would continue to grow and become a place where everyone felt proud. James also set long-term goals for the company, not only to expand the business, but also to become a symbol of diversity and humanity in the industry. James Foster's story is not only a story of business success, but also a story of humanity, about the importance of fair and respectful treatment. It is a reminder that each of us has a responsibility to build a better society, starting with the smallest actions in our daily lives. James hopes that his story will inspire not only his employees, but also others in society to create a fair and loving world together.